Alright, what's going on, y'all? You already know what it is. New team, new channel, new shop. Dimension Magic Games, by the way. Come check us out. You already know. But we out here at Nationals doing the thing. Top 16 over here for some of our teammates. So it was a good show out. 2 of us top 16. Everybody else got top 32. I ain't mad about it. But everybody been asking me all weekend for the last day what the list was. So here it is. We're going to put this out for you real quick. I played Crimson Trunks, Super Saiyan God Trunks. I'm sure a lot of you know what it does. It's a War Pleater, draw 2, and then on the removal tactile. Removal on the body for the leader is huge. I ain't gonna hold you.
I think you said his name wrong.
Super Saiyan God Trunks?
Yeah, I heard you're supposed to hop in a Lambo or something weird like
that.
that.
There's no Lambo here, bro. Hey, this dude's a king. African king, bro.
Okay.
But for my list, we'll get right to it. Obviously, your starters, I played 4 and 4 of each. This card's broken. This card's kind of good still, too. I should have created people a little bit hilarious. I ain't going to hold you. And then for the other starters, I do a 3-2 split for the Supreme Kai and the Kai Unison, because certain matchups, just drawing cards is more valuable than playing the Chile. It's also just a 15k swing, so that... Man, the combo. The 5-drop Trunks, 20k dual attacker, put 3 cards back whenever you swing. So that way your overruns are always live. And this card, thank you, Bandai. You know, making this card cost 1 energy on turn 2? Beautiful.
Look at his face.
Triple Striker. I had people with this on turn 2 so many times. I ain't gonna hold you. Because whenever I win the die roll, I would choose to go second. And my opponents would be very confused. Because on turn 2, because you can use the promo on turn 2, you get to full combo them with the energy marker, and then you get your 30k triple striker out. So then you go 2 swings here. I'll swing with an overrealm. I'll swing with leader, swing with unison, and swing with this. You're doing 6-7 swings in that turn. It's hard to beat. Hard to beat. And then another warp target right here. It's the double strike. You only play 1 copy. That's all you really need. You don't play it that often. I only really played against blue because it gets under heroic prospect, so that way you can still push damage. And then super combo suite. 2 Gohans and 2 Vegeta. Because late game, when you're trying to push for game, you want to put your dead extra cards at the bottom. You need to cycle to see more cards to combo in for the win. But it's not hard to get to 4 because even if your opponent tries to stall you, the Supreme Kai card that you use to play the Unison, you can activate it even with the Kai out on board. That way you can manipulate your own life, still take 2 cards, bottom deck 1 or whatever. Well, you have to bottom deck first and then take 2, but still nice.
Well, stop fumbling.
I'm struggling, but we're doing it. 4 Cumber, right off the top. It used to be 3 because we had Beyond All Limits, so we could just keep getting them back. We can't do that no more. So you play 4, you really only play it once per game.
Not with that attitude.
You only really play it once per game, to be honest with you. And that's really all you need because the Triple Striker ignores barrier when it removes cards too.
Vegeta, how many times he resolved that card.
And then the counterplay. One of my teammates was trolling me, telling me we don't really need this card. This card's cracked. Especially against Red Vegeta for sure. And that was like one of the biggest decks in the room, obviously. Because all their cards, all their threats are like 5 or less. And on top of that, you have the SGR Gohan where you can just warp away of one of their battle cards whenever they swing, combo, tap 1, get rid of it. So I played the Chile Unison, counterplay plus SGR. They just can't play the game. That's 2 bodies.
Thank you, Bandai.
Exactly. And then the most cracked TP on the planet. It's a tragedy that there was no winner stamp. I don't know why they did that to us. But being a 4 overrun on turn 2, you get to play this. It's actually kind of hilarious. And it's also free Z energy, so that way you can keep attacking through dance. And draws a card on play. 25k base draw card, who's, I'm not mad. Too tenacious. Everybody loves this card. Stall out. You still do Evil Saiyan plus Tenacious, and they just almost never win the game. And then Secret ID, just 1. I got 1 to the sideboard. Honestly, I didn't resolve this card once, so it's like whatever. Then we have 2 pans. I'm sorry, I get rid of the overruns.
I count 3.
3 pans. My bad.
Weird.
I'm trying.
Say it again.
3 pans.
Woo. We'll edit the other part out again.
This card was massive because, again, a lot of black decks don't have a floodgate. Yes, you don't get to negate the first swing, but it doesn't matter because we awaken at 8 life. So that part's pretty irrelevant. Even Red Vegeta, Gamma, or whatever the big decks are, nobody wants to pitch 2 cards. Does not matter. And they will stop their turn after that. I had a couple people try to swing through it. I'm like, good luck, bro. Wasn't the best move. And then the new negate, the Bardock. I didn't give this enough credit when I first saw it, but after playing it, massive. I know a lot of people play it as a one-of, but if I warp it, I'm going to be upset because we can't get it back because, again, no beyond all limits. So I played 2 copies. And having a free negate that you can play on your opponent's turn, overwhelm 5, play this card, especially in the deck that doesn't overwhelm that much, it's almost always live. And you can manipulate your drop pretty easily in this deck. So I played this, not having to take life. I loved it. Because then I could play support, this card, SGR, auto negate, and I had 3 negates almost at all times when I tapped out.
Run through a scenario like that. Talk about your leader and stuff.
Talk about my leader. What you mean,
like
bro?
Manipulating your drop.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
A player like me wants to know that.
I mean, I'll get to it on the other end. I'll let you know, bro. 2 Gohan negates. Card's still really good. I use the auto a lot to negate attacks. It lets you see an extra card from your life, which is fine. And then just removing Red Vegeta's cards or even Gamma or whatever else you might run into, for the activate ability. 2 support. 2 petrification, pretty standard. And then one of the good techs, Time Bullet. I played against U7 in one of my rounds, and they tried to Bardock negate me on turn 2. I went Time Bullet, pitch 2, and then I started because he was tapped out. It's massive in the yellow matchup, and that's what we have it in here for. And then Evil Saiyan. Card's going to be broken, always has been, always will be.
Go through matchups.
Well, relax, Will. You gotta get through the build.
Oh, you're right.
This guy. Hey. These are my tokens. For the Z-Deck, Boo, the cross-dimensional, 1 Vegeta, just in case you need to take a life so you can activate super combos. I didn't get to play this, unfortunately. I really wanted to because it's a triple attacker, which is pretty cool, but didn't get to play it. 2 Chilai. I think you just have to play this because if it dies, you're like, whatever, I can play another one. The Migra to potentially end games. The Z Leader, have to play it. And then 2 Black Commies. I actually went into this a couple times. I used 2 in one matchup, actually, just to keep pushing damage. It wasn't even for removal. I just wanted the extra 10k. But to Will's point, when in certain matchups, when you're trying to manipulate your drop, that way you can always make sure your Bardock negate is live. You go to 3 intentionally, and that costs 2 Z energy to put into your drop. And then from there, it's pretty easy because usually you already have 1 or 2 cards in there. Or if you have to pitch for petrification, that's another card right there. Keep a couple cards in there. It is what it is. It's super easy to get to, and that's why the card's always active. Or if you can set it up, swing with the dual attack 20k, put 3 into the drop, overwhelm, because you probably already have a card in there for comboing. Then play the overwhelm 4, then swing with the 20k Trunks again, put 3 back in, and then again you can just Z Awaken to put the other 2 to the drop or play one of these cards. Or any of these cards from the deck. Did that a lot today. Or yesterday, sorry. For the sideboard, I put these in just in case I ran into Mill. Zamasu specifically. But I didn't play against it. I think a lot of people are off of it after realizing how good Red Vegeta is into the matchup. And then I played 2 Koichikai. Didn't have to side this in either. 1 Secret ID, I sided in a couple times against Red Vegeta. Just in case. This card's fake. I'll probably never put this back in again. But it was in here as a one-of just because, it might be good against blue. But 9 times out of 10, I just want to keep pressuring the force cards out of the hand. I think it's better that way. But just saying, so I wasn't mad about putting it in the sideboard. 2 minus power ball. This card was a tech that I put in for Gamma. Because a lot of their cards, like their draw 2, they're 18 and they're 15Ks. Or like even the Gamma dual attack blocker is a 15k, because a lot of times they'll put the 5k on the leader versus that card itself, and because you're playing a unison deck, this is free, so I can just minus them off the board. Super easy. So that was just like, all right, this is pretty good. Then we played 2 Super Kami, side out the Time Bullets against green, put this card in, or whatever other matchups. 2 Protector, that was for Red Vegeta and Gamma. And then 1 Max Power Kami. I put this in against Nuova, because on turn 2, instead of spirit boosting and like putting your Unison in danger, you can just max power away their Nuova 8-drop or their 8-drop Sin. Not Sin, sorry. Is it Sin? Omega. That one. One more petrification. It's just a really good card. Kind of broken still. Always how it be. And then one hunt. I put that in against green and against yellow. I used this a couple times. It actually came up. I used it against green by because I pushed him in on turn 2 and then pushed him again on turn 3 and then turn 4. I played this and I just closed out the game that way. Because he tried to dormant and I'm like, not today, brother.
And how many cards is the deck?
The deck is 56 cards.
Anything you would change in the deck?
Anything I would change? I wish I could get in another promo of this for the Overroam. So,
Okay.
you paused it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't really use this that much as I thought I would. But the deck already has so much incidental removal, you probably don't need it in general. Maybe sideboard a Pan if I could, because that card's actually really, really good in this deck. Didn't get enough credit at the start. I like the extra card suite because you only play 6, so he doesn't mess with your Saiyan count that much. Honestly, there's a world I might go down on support because you don't really need this many negates anymore because of the Bardock negate and because you have the Gohan here. And as long as you play it right and you keep floodgating with the Pan, having extra negates doesn't matter. I wish, for the love of God, Bandai, that black Gohan was legal. The solidarity for this deck, so I think that would have pushed this deck over the edge. It would have been huge for sure. But deck's solid. They turn 2 full combo every time. Whenever I ruin the die roll, I go second. Doesn't matter. Confused everybody every time. Yesterday I played against 3 red Vegetas. The one bro I lost to, that was on me. Especially being greedy, putting my starter back from my first hand and trying to get a better hand. But
What do you mean your starter?
oh, so the starters right here, the 1-drops. It's in the back. But the 1-drop Gohan and Goten, I had one in hand, but I put the hand back because I wanted like something more. And that was just greedy on my part. It is what it is. And but against 2 green decks actually, Green Mai and Green Gohan, I kicked both their shit in actually. Because against the Green Mai deck, I went on turn 2, I played 2 of the starters, the Gohans, and then I passed turn after that. Next turn, I went to mine. I played 2 more of them, so that way I could get myself to that +7 point, or that 8 card point in the warp, so I could play the Trunks, 20k. Awakened, had my energy back, still be able to I was able to still full combo, so I went like 4 swings with my 1-drops, Kai swing, leader swing, 2 20k swings from the 5-drop, and then I went right into the 30k, and my opponent was just like, what is happening? So there was just no coming back from that. But, you know,
Cool.
It's all good.
Is there anything else you would like to say? Anyone you want to shout out?
Of course. Most of all, my partner Maul over here, behind the camera, the man with the plan. Black man with black plans, you know how it is. And then Raymond over here, Mr. Worlds, you know what I mean, from Fusion. Another one of our teammates, the dude over here. And then Will, new teammate, of course. And I wish my boys, you know, Bobby, Miguel, and Daniel could have made it. Would have been nice to have the whole team here, but we still showed out, did our thing. And of course, obviously, you know, Dimension Magic Games, check us out. We're always selling, always buying. I'll be posting on the Facebook page, and you know, TBG, Take Back Gaming. You already know that's what we. Yes, those are the boys right there. Good testing, and you know, I appreciate everyone I got to play with and I got to meet with this weekend because everybody was super cool. It was a great weekend. I ain't gonna hold you. It's the friendliest people I've met in a while, and you know, make some good connections, make some good friends. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the next event.
Cool. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. Peace.